Hello there guys, and of course welcome. Come on in, take a seat with us because we're bringing you a hyped pre-workout from a company we've actually not reviewed one of their products for a little while now because they brought out so many, didn't they?
Absolutely.
And what have we got today?
Today we've got the pleasure of reviewing Bare Knuckle Bloodsport Edition by Apollon Nutrition. Now typically you guys probably know we always love their supplements, high tier stuff, premium stuff, but how's this one going to fare as we cover the usuals?
The taste, the price, the label and effects, and of course these guys are shooting for the third year in a row of best supplement brand. Now what we're going to say is do check the rest of this review out, and please of course do subscribe to the channel for further reviews. It does help us out, and you helping us out is obviously going to help you out, to help us out, to help you out, to help us out, and hopefully we can just keep on doing our stuff. Let's not keep you waiting. And actually just one more thing while I'm keeping you waiting, we keep hearing on the grapevine, don't we?
Yeah, tell them.
Apparently, and I don't know who, so don't ask for more details, but I keep hearing that there's going to be a new rendition of a UK outsourcing of Apollon Nutrition. That'll do, let's get into the taste. We of course start again with the first segment of any review, the taste and the mixability. And actually quite a difficult one this, isn't it? Quite a unique segment for, it's not a pill, it's not a typical pre-workout, because what does it come in?
It comes in unflavoured edition, and there's pros and cons to that. The pro is quite obviously you can bung it in with any pre-workout to bump up the pump element. The downside is you wouldn't really want to take it alone.
No, I've tried it alone and it's like, it's not horrific, but it's like a cardboard taste. Like it's kind of like you wouldn't want to chew on hay, would you, or cardboard?
No.
It's like that sort of dry,
earthy kind of.
I wouldn't do it. So today, for the sake of this review, what we've done, we've kept things nice and simple. We've thrown in some scoops of a pre-workout called Combat Fuel Optimize, and the reason we've decided to go with this one is because it is purely stimulants and nootropics. There's not a single pump ingredient in that product, and we're gonna run through its blue raspberry, and we're gonna try and see if it still tastes like blue raspberry,
yeah,
even with the unflavoured powder mixed in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so how unflavoured is it is the question we're asking essentially.
Yeah, mixability, bearing in mind they're only 5 gram scoops from Optimize as well, tiny little things. It's just a nootropic formula, but as you can see actually,
it's good, I think, yeah.
Very good. Very good indeed. If that zoomed in at all, I don't know. I hope for the best, but yeah, you've got to take a word. There is a bit actually.
Oh yeah, a little bit settling.
There is a bit. It's a 17 gram scoop. Let's see, blue raspberry unflavoured going down. Good.
Yeah.
You can taste a bit of cardboardness.
Yeah, I can taste it.
And a bit of consistency thing, isn't it? Well,
yeah, it's changed the original flavour, but not horrifically at all.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's just got a bit of chalkiness to it, a bit of thickness. Nothing crazy, guys, though, you got to be honest.
Yeah. No, that's really not bad. I mean, it's going to depend what pre-workout you mix it with, really. If you mix it with a nice tasting pre, you're going to get better results. Mix it with a nasty one, it's worse results.
So all in all, we can't really give it a score out of 10, can we?
No. All we can say is it's not offensive to the point it ruins the pre-workout you're mixing it with.
My honest bet to you guys would be, score your pre-workout out of 10. So let's just say you have an 8 out of 10 pre-workout. Add this in, and it's going to turn it into a 7 out of 10. It knocks it down by 1 point. No more than that. So all in all, you can't complain, can you?
No, we're happy with that.
We're happy. Are you happy? Let us know.
Right, so the price segment. How much are you going to be paying for this nice, shiny, premium-looking pre-workout non-stim? You'll head over to the official website, apollonnutrition.com, where you can use our 15% discount code, reviewbros15. You can pick this up for £50.95.
Incorrect, I'm afraid, guys.
What is it?
RB15 knocks off 15%.
There we go.
And that
job,
works on
Aaron.
any of the products there at Apollon Nutrition. Craig, we'll get there in the end.
All these codes.
All these prices. It's just hard work. Yes, it's a pricey pre-workout, as are the majority, if not all, of the Apollon products. Ultimately, they are the Ferrari of the pre-workout world. You're going to be spending more on them. I do think this is very expensive though, and it comes in at $2.55 per serving. When you do the proper full serving though, that must be said, you might be able to get away with half serves, as we'll look into in the effects and label. But for consistency, of course, we have to go by that maximum serving. UK guys, if we could get our hands on an easy peasy lemon squeezer, which we can't just yet, it would come in at £1.99, which is a 3.5 out of 10 on our consistent pricing scale. So yes, more expensive than average. At the end of the day, we can justify it one way or the other. It has to come down to your own discretion. What do you think? Let's get into the label.
What we're getting for that money. Right, what are we getting in this formula then? So we've got 1 scoop, 17 grams, which would you say is above or below for a pump formula these days?
I would say that's slightly below. I don't know, yeah, probably slightly below. Only because you see these pump formulas these days for 25, 30, you know, grammars.
Yeah, so what are they going to be doing with that 17 grams? Let's find out. So we've got L-citrulline straight away at 10 grams.
Yeah, that's a huge dose, guys. Very good indeed. You don't need to chuck any more pump on top of that dosage. It's going to help with nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream, helping, of course, with vascularity, nutrient delivery, and ultimately the pump. And you're probably going to hear me say that several more times.
Yeah, then we've got arginine nitrate, NOT-free, 3 grams.
Yeah, massive dose. You normally only see that about 1 gram, so we're tripling the dosage here. Again, it turns into an instantaneous form of nitric oxide in the blood, thus, of course, again, helping with vascularity and pump.
Lovely jubbly. Taurine, 2 grams.
Good, in there for hydration, electrolyte balance. It's double the normal dosage, and it's going to help you with athletic performance and natural energy production.
Then we've got Vasodrive AP at a whopping 1,016 milligrams.
Yeah, huge dose. In fact, I'd say that's 4 times what we normally see. The highest we've ever seen previous to this pre-workout, and forgive me if I'm wrong, guys, was 508, which is what you get in the half scoop. Hence me mentioning you might even be able to get away with half scoop in this product. That's going to help with nitric oxide precursing, therefore, again, more pump, more blood flow, more juicy look in the gym.
More swellage. Then we've got Himalayan pink salt, 500 milligrams.
Yeah, nice dosage, muscular contraction and athletic performance, really getting you dialed in, getting you really focused in on that muscle cell for contractions. You really feel it, don't you?
Yeah, deep and nasty. Then we've got grapeseed extract, 400 milligrams.
Excellent. Antioxidant, health benefits, heart health, blood flow, of course, helping with elasticity within the blood circulatory system to, again, help these ingredients really become a formidable pump force.
Then we've got estrogen at 50 milligrams.
Which really will help with digestion. Important because you've got a 30-minute window to really uptake some of these big hitters. I've got to say, from a pump angle, we could be talking the nastiest swellage you can get.
Yeah, if you don't get pumped on this, you won't get pumped on anything.
But is it like Viagra? Let's find out. And we have landed, guys. Of course, primary segment to any review. It's the effects of this stuff in the real world. To a certain degree, you can forget all the previous segments. Forget the taste, forget the price, forget the label. What does it truly transpire and do? We've seen that it's got an absolutely stacked label, but of course that has to be forgotten when we talk real world experiences within training. You know what? I've used it several times. I've used it on half scoop, I've used it on 3/4 scoop, I've used it on full scoop. You've used it 3 or 4 times on multiple different types of scoopage and with different types of products. And the effects are to be what are to be expected to a certain degree, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's one of those ones where the label speaks for itself, isn't it? You're not going to be really questioning how it comes together, are you?
No, let's talk about it from a person who not necessarily uses pre-workouts at all, a new person to the channel. What does this type of product do? It's a non-stimulant, pump-only product. So therefore, guys, it's not going to give you energy. So you've got to take that one completely out the equation. It's not trying to give us energy. It's not going to stimulate you. It's not going to therefore come with some of the negatives that stimulation can bring some users, such as sleeplessness, nausea, jitters, appetite suppression, any of that. And obviously some hardcore bodybuilders, they don't want to be stimmed up because that's going to lead to metabolism, excess metabolism, and that appetite suppression, which is a very key component of their training and lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for me, the pumps on this stuff were juicy. And I hope that kind of transpires in some of the label training segment, but it really is what I would personally consider to be a pump junkie product. As you've got your Stim Junkie pre-workouts, this is the pump junkie of that domain. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, exactly. Like again, look at the dosages. It's the equivalent of something that's a mega stim hitter in the stim realm. So yeah.
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
So another really good section for me, and I don't know if it was the same for you, contractions.
100%. Yeah, naturally, it's really going down that vasodilation, deep contractional, pushing blood in the muscle route, and it achieves that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and as a result of that, I'd say that genuinely you get like obviously not from any of the ingredients, but you get like a mood elevation. I've said it before, if you get absolutely pumped in the gym, you just feel happy. You feel like things are moving in the right direction. When the contractions are good, it then subconsciously helps you with sort of a focus element because you're like, you can feel it, and as a result that comes through. So when we talk about the most gnarly pump products such as this one, you've got to actually take into account some of those other factors.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think another key point that we've kind of touched on as well up to this point is the versatility of the product. Not just in the sense of you can throw it on top of other pre-workouts, stim-based ones that don't perhaps have as much pump in them, but also the fact you can muck around with the serving amount, because at a half a scoop, you're still hitting clinical dosages. 5 grams L-citrulline, NOT3 at 1500 milligrams, the list goes on. So yeah, have a fiddle around with it. The effects are still fantastic at the half a scoop.
That is one of the, it's very, very, very rare when you get a pre-workout where you can actually just say half scoop it, because we know that 97.6% of pre-workouts out there that do that, you are underdosing on ingredients, whereas this one doesn't. It really doesn't. So therefore you can actually use it to that way. Now what we've said, another thing, here's the truth, guys. Here is the truth of the matter. If you're 300 pounds plus, you're a massive bodybuilder, then you need a full scoop. If you're 250 pounds, don't get me wrong, you're still fucking big, you only need 3/4 of a scoop. If you're around the 200 pound mark or under, you can all day get away with half a scoop, and I genuinely would recommend that. And that's what I would use. I'd use, obviously I'm about 280. No, I'm joking, guys, I'm joking. But the point is, I would only use half a scoop to, you know, especially if you're taking it with any pre-workout that has any type of pump in it at all. Because it's rare to find a stim only package like we have done today.
Yeah, so this is only going to add to whatever pump components are already in that pre-workout you're taking. And not only that, but also you're extending the price element. So you're
massively
going from, did we work it out?
£2 a go to £1 a go.
Exactly, which would come to an 8.5 out of 10 on our price scale rather than a 3.5.
Yeah, or like 255 to 127, you know what I mean, US dollars.
Yeah.
That is where actually it is shining, and that's where you can actually see the price point coming through to actually a nice level.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else. No negatives, obviously. It's something you could mix in with fruit juice, guys. So you don't need to buy this and then buy another pre. Or you could mix it in with something seriously basic, like an energy drink. I'm not saying necessarily recommend doing that, but that's just on the cards, even though energy drinks are more expensive. But you get the gist. You could take this with anything and it would still have fantastic pump results.
Yeah, that versatility standpoint, I think, is the shining star with this, you know, on top of the fact that you get some of the best pumps you're ever going to experience.
For me, it's, talking pump only, it has a different market to bloody hell or bare knuckle, sorry. It's really, I feel like I'm talking personally here. Bare knuckle is my favourite. This is fighting that though, guys. This is some serious competitor stuff with more versatility, so therefore that's where it can shine its own star.
Yeah, I think that Apollon have got every sort of corner covered when it considers pumps. You've got your pump capsules, and you've got your unflavoured pump element, then you've got your full-blown non-stim, which is bare knuckle.
You can't go wrong with it. Like I say, they have got the pump junkie products, the juice junkies.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to get vascular, feel pumped AF, look like the Michelin man, swelling, give it a go. Honestly, you know, not talking about myself or anything like that, but you do look 10 pounds heavier when you leave the gym. It's just, even if that's psychological, I'll take it.
Exactly, yeah. You just have a good session on it. You enjoy your training, you enjoy how you're looking, what's not to like, and yeah, muck around with the servings. Find out what's right for you.
Do it, guys. And if you've used it, as always, of course, please do drop it down in the comments below, or any of your experiences on any of the pump type products from Apollon Nutrition. There's a reason they've won it 2 years in a row, best supplement brand, because they're just putting out formulations that are next level. And here's another one. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching at home. As always, of course,
Stay
pumped. Cheers for watching.